Hey. Oh my god, I've just started and I couldn't stop. It like came out of my mouth and I started saying hey and I was like, how do I stop this? Hi, hello, what's up? Welcome back to my YouTube. This is episode 2 of the dieting series. I don't know why I'm doing weird podcaster, news, radio host voice. Self-isolation live. This is really annoying because I want to wear my glasses, but the reflection's really killing the vibe. Like, I don't know, should I take them off? Is it annoying? It's annoying me, like I can't see my eyes. Anyway, welcome back to dieting series episode 2. I'm in week 3. So when I started this series, I had just begun the diet. So I had no data to share with you to be like, this is working, that's working, this is what I'm trying. I think when I first started, I was on 1450 cals? No, 1650 cals. Okay, so I was going less aggressive to begin with because I was like, when I go too low, my stress goes high, my weight gets masked, and did some number crunching. And it turns out I have to go that low because my metabolism has down-regulated from a few different things, which I'm gonna get to in the later half of this video. Now, I want to start the video literally just by running through how the last 2.5 weeks has been in terms of what calories I've been on, how much weight I've lost, if I've lost weight, my daily steps, my training, and my nutrition. So let's just break it down. Actually, you know what? First, can we just talk about where I am right now? Because this is new. This view is also new. Yeah. I'm at my dad's. I'm in Victoria. But my sister had a baby 8 days ago at time of filming. My sister and I are so freaking close and he's my nephew and I wanted to be here. And self-isolation means if I was by myself in Sydney, I'd be going loco because I live alone. And that's fine when you can hang out with friends, but self-isolation equals no friendship, physicality. So I'm down here with my fam. So yeah, that's why I'm here. Now, let's jump into the good stuff, the juicy diet stuff. So with everything I do, I track everything. This tracking sheet has got like how much I weigh myself at the same time every single morning, same conditions, after going to the toilet, before eating food. I put in my daily calories, my macro breakdown of carbs, fats, and protein, total calories, fiber, daily steps, what I did for training that day, and if there are any extra notes like, oh, I had a really shit sleep, or I've got my period, stress, things that would impact the picture. This is what I'm going to be referring to. This is also a spreadsheet that all my Train with Soph girls have. It's epic. It gives you the whole picture of what's going on. Why I'm telling you that is because I track every single day. The calculations in this spreadsheet take my weekly averages. So it'll tell me how many calories I eat for the whole week. It'll tell me how much weight I've dropped for the whole week because our weight fluctuates so much. There's just a lot going on. I'll tell you my weight based on weekly averages, but I'm gonna tell you what I started at and where I'm at now. Starting point, weight, 67.9 kilos. For the week, I was on 1650 calories for week 1. At the end of that week, I had got down to 66.3 kilos. So I had dropped 1.6 kilos. Not fat, that's gonna be water. You're not gonna lose fat that quickly, and my deficit was not aggressive enough for that. And then the next week, I ended at 66.1. So only 200 gram difference. See, that's what happens. Like you might lose really quickly to be like water weight and stuff, and then it might be slower to drop on the scale depending on A, how much weight you got to lose, B, how much water you're retaining, C, how aggressive the deficit is. Week 1 calories was 1650 daily and the weekly average was 11,500 calories. For week 2, I went more aggressive. So I started cycling calories. The approach was to go super aggressive with the calories because it didn't feel like it was working. And I know that when I said I started at this weight and dropped this weight and dropped, 1.6 kilos across the week, if you actually look at what I was averaging, I didn't drop anything, if that makes sense. So decided to go more aggressive the following week. Going super aggressive can be hard. So the decision was made to have 2 high days that were still in a deficit and have 5 low days. And I'm talking like, instead of setting the calories and being like, I want to have 1200 calories every day, I gave myself like a bracket. So I was like, anywhere from 1100 to 1200 or 1000 to 1200 calories, I'm happy to sit in. And the weekly average was 10,700 calories. So if you split that up across every single day, that's 1530 calories a day. Or you can do the high and low method, which is what I chose to do. And that was to kind of like shock the body and be like, here is a super aggressive calorie deficit. Let's get this weight moving. Let's get some results. And then you've got like a bit of a rest with the high days. So it's like push hard for 5 days, Monday to Friday. And then on the weekend, where most people are more relaxed with their food, then you've got your higher days. That just might work better for some people mentally. So the first week I was averaging whatever it was. And then the second week, if we're comparing the two averages, I dropped 500 grams. We're seeing like big drops now, like when you go aggressive with the calories and be consistent with the calories. Now in week 3, have had again another reshuffling of what I'm doing. And now guys, I don't like change every single week what I'm doing with my calories. It's actually really important to pick something and stick to it. But in this process, there's also a process of figuring out what's going to work best for you from a compliance point of view. So how am I going to adhere to this diet best? Is it going to be cycling calories, so low days and high days? Or is that just going to make me feel super restricted and want to binge on my high days? Or is it just being super consistent with a higher, still low, like still an aggressive deficit, but higher calories compared to cycling calories? Is that going to be easier for me to stick to? I feel like it is. So this week, that's what I'm testing. I'm testing 1400 calories every single day. No high days, no low days. I mean, they're all freaking low days, let's be real. I just feel like the body responds really well to consistency. I was surprised after my high days that I didn't see like a huge jump on the scale. It only went up by 100 grams, which isn't that big in the scheme of things. Yeah, week 3, we are at 1400 calories. So I'm dropping consistently. I feel like I'm very impatient. I like to see things move a lot quicker. I feel like I have a lot more body weight to lose this time around compared to my last dieting phase. And my last dieting phase, I was able to drop this kind of weight on higher calories. So I was around more like 1550, 1600 calories at the start of my other diet. So why am I having to diet on more aggressive calories to get the same rate of fat loss? Let's talk about metabolic adaptations and downregulations of our metabolism. I want to preface this by saying you can't break your metabolism, all right? People get stuck in this idea that like, oh my God, I've broken my metabolism from like years of dieting, years and years of low calories, years of like inconsistently being really low cal and restricted and then binging, and your body's just like, ah, I don't know what's going on. That still happens, but you're not broken. Like it's just a different kind of approach to get your body to be responding the way we want it to be responding. See what I did there? A bit of a wordplay. So I get this question a lot where people are like, why do you always constantly seem to be either dieting or in a building phase? It's not really my intention. So I diet when I feel like I want to lose some body weight. My goal is to like get myself to a position where I'm maintaining a comfortable weight. It's actually really hard to do because I have a sweet tooth. I really like food, and it's about figuring out where I sit comfortably and what my goals are. So when I finished my last dieting phase, I moved into a building phase and I put on a whole lot of weight, a lot of fat, and a lot of muscle. So that's why I'm dieting now, because I'm like at a higher weight. I'm uncomfortable where I'm at. I want to just get leaner. In terms of like scale weight, it's not going to be the same as what it was for my last dieting phase, which was like 55, 56 kilos. Probably looking more around 60 kilos because I've put on muscle and size. And that's fine. I'm not attached to the number on the scale. I just want to see like a leaner physique and see like the muscle that I've been able to put on. So I'm not constantly dieting or not like in a building phase. I've done my building phase. I'm good. I've put on some good size. Who knows with coronavirus if I'm gonna like lose all that muscle, but I'm trying not to. I've got my Train with Soph home programs that are targeted to retaining muscle and making sure I'm getting enough protein. But that's, you know, a story for another time. The part that I really struggle with is the diet after the diet, because you feel like you've been restricted with the diet because you have to make sacrifices for, you know, 12, 16 weeks, how long you've dieted for. Then all of a sudden that restriction is lifted started, or it feels like it's been lifted, and there's all these foods that you've been like missing out on and wanting to eat. So that's what I really struggle with. And I did do, like, I'm not a binge eater or anything like that, but I did track my food, and there'd be days where I'd have, like, my set calories were meant to be around 1800, and I'd have days where I was eating like 2500 because my food choices, I'd be like, oh cool, I had like 3 cookies or donuts or something, and I went out for dinner, and I was doing all these things consistently 1 to 2 times a week that put me in quite a significant surplus. And when we've dieted, our metabolism down regulates, so our ability to not put on body weight at higher calories has reduced. So think about it this way. We start here at whatever our body weight is, and we diet. Now, as we're dropping body fat and dropping calories, the calories at which we maintain our body weight comes down with that too. So our maintenance calories start here, and by the time we've done all this dieting, our body's pulled them down to try and reach homeostasis at this lower level because you're bringing this down. So it's like, okay, I need to be able to operate on lower calories for survival. So it's like a survival tactic. So if you're finishing your diet on the calories down here and you jump back up to what your maintenance was when you started, that's a surplus. So you need to bring it back to here, which is your new maintenance, which is slightly lower than what your starting maintenance was. And then from here, once you've gone back here, this is where we don't gain weight. You slowly build it back up to here. And the goal is to maintain your dieted physique at the higher calories. So instead of doing this, go back to the maintenance here and then gradually build back up, I went like that. And so I gained weight because my maintenance was still down here. Yes, the purpose of a building phase is to put on size, but I put on more size than the goal was. All right, so I'm just in the kitchen now making lunch, and I just thought I'd quickly show you guys this. Originally, I was going to be having chicken, vegetables, and pumpkin, and I'm like really hungry today, and I was like, okay, what can I change out to make sure I'm getting the same calories but higher volume? So I was going to have 140 grams of pumpkin, which is 70 calories, and I was thinking, pumpkin is good to fill you up, but instead of that 70 calories going to pumpkin, I could have something like broccoli, which per 50 grams is 15 calories. So I could have like 200 grams of broccoli, which is gonna just fill me up a lot more. So I'll add volume through vegetables rather than denser things like the starchy carbs like pumpkin and potato. So that should help me out. And then also I was gonna have chicken breast, and I was like, what other protein have I got? I just want to change because I've been having heaps of chicken. That is either going to be less calories or equal, and I've got turkey breast mince. This is extra lean and it's the breast. So I think typically turkey mince isn't the breast part of the turkey, so it is higher in fat, and this is basically the exact same calories as chicken. It's like 1 calorie less to have this than the same volume of chicken. So I'm gonna have 130 grams of turkey breast mince, and I'm gonna have heaps of vegetables, just like broccoli, beans, cauliflower, carrot, and zucchini. And I'll show you the size of that meal. I'm also having pineapple. So we've got 200 grams of broccoli, 200 grams of cauliflower, 100 grams of beans, 130 grams of turkey breast mince, 100 of zucchini. I've got 50 grams of pineapple, 100 of carrot, tomato sauce, 15 mils. So that's 375 calories all up. It is 33 grams of carbs, 4 grams of fat, and 45 grams of protein. And I'll show you what that looks like once I've made it. Let's eat, I'm freaking hungry.
I'm a love giver, searching for glory, I'm a strong winner. Throw me the ball cause I'm a hard hitter. Only be swimming in the deep river. I'm a love giver, holding on to all the best things in life.
Okay guys, I totally forgot to do my outro, so I'm filming this like a week later. My bad. Thanks so much for watching. I will be hitting you guys with another episode of the dieting series because things are moving. They're ticking along real well. I'm super stoked, but I'm sure there are going to be moments where I'm like, ah. Anyway, stay tuned. I'll keep you posted. Thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe, like, comment, nice comments. I'm sick of the hate. If you're gonna hate, just go away. We don't want you here. And turn post notifications on. I'll see you guys back here really soon. Mwah.